Hi everyone, it's Andrea from Movers and Bakers. Today I'm going to share with you my Oreo brownies. Beautiful squidgy brownies full of rich Oreo biscuits. You're going to love it. Let's get baking. Before we begin, don't forget to like my video and let me know what you want me to share with you. So before I start any of my mixing up, I have my 8-inch square pan here that I have lined and prepared with some baking paper, and I'm setting that aside. So in a nice big bowl, I have some butter. This is unsalted butter. It's 150 grams and I have just melted it down. And to that, I'm going to add 180 grams of soft light brown sugar. And as well as that, I'm going to add some caster sugar. This is 150 grams. Now, if you can't remember these quantities as I'm going through them, don't panic. I will pop all the details, all the quantities in the link below to my blog, and you can find everything there. So we'll give that a quick mix just to completely combine the sugars with your butter. And I should have said, whilst I am making my brownie batter, I have turned my oven on, so it is preheating at 170 degrees, just while I put this stuff together. So we're just giving it a very quick mix just to combine it so that it's all one mixture. To that, I'm going to add 3 eggs. And I add them in one at a time and mix in between each addition just to make sure that it's completely combined in. I love making brownies. They are so quick and easy, and they are so adaptable to different flavors that you like and things like that. So this is just a very quick and easy bake, brilliant for things like lunch boxes, or if you want a quick bite to eat with a cup of tea or anything like that, or even a quick dessert midweek. Egg number 2. And my last egg. So now that's all mixed, time for my dry ingredients. I'm going to sift them in because I always like to make sure there's no lumps. So I've got self-raising flour here. This is 100 grams of self-raising flour. And I'm going to add 50 grams of cocoa powder and sift it all in. There we go, all sifted in. Let's give that a very quick mix. And that is our brownie mixture then done. And once it has all come together, you will have this beautiful thick brownie mixture. So that is it done. Now it's time to have a little clear and to pop it in our pan. Now what I'm going to do actually is I'm not going to put all of my mixture in. I'm going to put just over half of it in first. And the reason I'm doing that this time is because I want to then line the middle of my brownie mixture with some Oreos. So once you have lined the bottom of it and you've made sure you've completely covered the base of your pan with your brownie mix, it's time for some Oreos. So I've got a lovely bowl here. This is about 20 Oreos. I'm going to use 16 of these to line my pan. I'm just going to push them 4 in a row across and giving them a little squish in as I put them in as well, and then 4 down. And once you have put them in, just give them a very gentle push down just to get them into your brownie mixture, because we're going to use the rest to cover the top of them, so it makes it a little bit easier. So I'm just going to tip the rest in and just spread it out very gently across the top of all my Oreos. And if you're a fan of brownies like me, don't forget to check out my other brownies. I've got the most amazing Biscoff brownies recipe. Check out the link above. But if you're a fan of Oreos, do check out my cookies and cream fudge. That one is to die for. And once you have pushed all your mixture over your Oreos, it should be completely smooth on top, or as smooth as you can get it. And now it's time for some extra Oreos. So I've just got a few spare, and I'm just going to break them up into chunks, rough chunks, and just dot them across the top of my brownies. And just give them a little push in, just to help them get into the mixture and become a part of it. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed this video, to like it and do subscribe as well so you find out every time I release a new one. And once you have put all your bits of cookie in there, it's time to bake. So I'm going to pop this in my preheated oven. It's going to take 25 to 30 minutes to bake, and I will see you on the other side with baked brownies. Right, welcome back. My brownies are out of the oven. I left them to cool completely in the tin before I cut them, just to make sure that they held their shape really well. When you make a brownie, you need to look for the outside to be quite firm, but the middle, if you put anything into it, might still be a little bit gooey. It'll have a lovely shiny crust, and that's what you're looking for, and that gives you this beautiful soft squidgy middle that brownies are so well known for. So once they were done, I cut them up into 16 pieces. That's how many I get out of my brownies. You can obviously cut them bigger or smaller depending on what you want, and they are good to go. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like it if you have, do subscribe, and do get sharing, and let me know if you make them. You know I love to hear from you. Thanks for joining me today, friends. Happy baking.